Hey y'all, welcome to a special edition of Christmas at the Crafty Cove. My name's Missy. I am so excited today to be hosting, along with my friend Kathy Jo from Kathy Jo's DIYs, a Christmas mystery box hop. What we've done is we've got 12 creators, and we have all sent another person, another crafter, a box full of mystery items, and we must use every single item in the box. We'll talk about that more in just a little while, but I'm going to let you watch me open my box, and we're going to get right into the DIYs. Okay, y'all get fresh out of the shower, no makeup, Missy Crafter, Missy right now. So, my box is from Kathy Jo, and let me just say, she knows me well, because I opened the box thinking I'm just going to do a sneak peek before I reveal what I get on camera, but y'all, she knows me so well that she wrapped everything individually in the box and left little notes. We'll read those as we go. But first I'm going to read you what the box says. 'Twas the month before Christmas, and you can't believe the horrible items you're about to receive. I know you can make beautiful decor, and you hope I won't get your name anymore. So try up your tears, please don't be mad, and stay my friend, don't make me sad. Open this box, girl. Ready, set, go. Merry Christmas. I love you. Ho, ho, ho. Ha, ha, ha. I can't wait. If y'all know the relationship between Kathy Jo and I, this just, yeah, I'm scared. I almost had an anxiety attack thinking about opening this box. She did send me a little card, which is so cute. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Kathy Jo. Okay, here we go. The first one says, I hope we're still friends after this. Everything that we use, even though they're Easter, some Easter products in here, we have to use to make Christmas DIY. So my first one is a wooden Easter bunny. This one's just got a crazy little face on it. Individually. An Easter egg. You've got this. I'm not sure if I've got this or not, but we're going to try it. Oh my goodness. You know what's really sad is? See this little Easter bunny? Kathy Jo, I sent the same exact one. I think mine was brown to Amy. Sorry, laugh out loud. Let's see. Easter ribbon. Ah, goodness. A little Easter head. Easter bunny. That's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm sitting here looking at everything, thinking as I'm going. Okay, this I can work with. An idea for something for this. So that one, not so bad. A sign that says dream, and it's glass. Oh, good gravy. Butterfly lights. Have no clue. No clue whatsoever. Easter. And, oh, now this I love. This is really pretty. And now that gives me even more of an idea. I love this. These window clings. Those are super, super, super pretty. I love it. Thank you, Kathy Jo. You know I love you. Regardless of what you would have sent me, I love you. We are sisters in the Lord. We are sisters in craziness, and I love and appreciate you so much. I love you, Kathy Jo, and y'all, let's get to crafting. Okay, y'all, let's try to figure out some things to make with these silly items. DIY number one. So I'm going to use the Easter bunny cutout. And I am going to just make, this is super simple, but my favorite movie of all time, not just Christmas, is A Christmas Story. I am obsessed with that movie. And in that movie, Ralphie receives a costume from his great aunt, and it is a bunny rabbit costume. And it is one of the funniest scenes in the entire movie. So I'm just going to take this little bunny rabbit, paint it pink. I made a little place for the face, and I'm just going to paint that with white Waverly chalk paint. After I get that finished, all we're going to do, this is so simple, y'all, is we're going to make a cutout on my Cricut that says you'll shoot your eye out. And that is the main premise of this movie. Ralphie wants a BB gun, and everyone he tells that he wants a BB gun tells him, kid, you'll shoot your eye out. So that is the main premise of that movie, and I just love how this turned out. Another thing about the movie is Ralphie wears glasses, and he actually thinks he shoots his eye out and breaks his glasses in the end scene. But I'll let y'all watch it if you haven't already. You'll see what happens. But so we're just going to put those glasses right there on where the face would be. And then I'm going to take the butterfly lights. We're just going to take off the butterflies. They just pop right off. And then I'm going to secure the battery pack to the back of the sign and then wrap the lights around the ears. Y'all, I am so sorry. I looked forever for 2 AA batteries to put in these lights and could not find any anywhere. So, unfortunately, I do not get to show you this with it lit up, but I think it's absolutely adorable. So again, I am helping to host a Christmas special mystery box challenge. We have Kathy Joe's DIYs, myself, Bella's Bargains, Glee Spins Designs, Sunflowers and DIYing, Rustic and Lace, 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, CJ DIY, The Crafty Quinn, The Rusted Willow, Happiness Created, and Crafting in a Mimi's World. Y'all, go check out this playlist because I cannot wait to see what everyone sent everyone else. I am so excited to watch this. But y'all make sure you go check it out and show all of these amazing crafters some love. Okay, we're going to get right back into it. DIY number 2. This is super simple. When I opened this box, this was probably the main thing that I was worried about. And I have to admit, I did send one of these in my box. But I went to a store that we have called the Mighty Dollar, and I found this little wine bottle holder. And I went ahead and got this. And we're just going to make this bunny rabbit into a Santa Claus. So the first thing we're going to do is cut off our little feet off the bunny rabbit because we don't need those. Then we're going to take the rabbit and we're just going to put the bunny suit right on it. We're going to use the ears right here to pull out the head because this is a small hole because it's where a wine bottle is supposed to go, not a bunny's head, but y'all know. So we get that all done, and then we go ahead and get the arms out through the armholes. I just use my Cricut pick to do that. We don't worry about the legs. I know there are no legs. I'm just letting them hang there. It's not a big deal to me. If you want to figure something else for that out, you could do that, but really, who's going to be making a Santa Claus out of an Easter bunny, people? Only me. And why am I doing it? Because Kathy Joe sent me an Easter bunny for Christmas. I'm just kidding. But anyway, next I decided to go ahead and cut off the ears part way, but we do change that in just a little while. But I was trying to get this hat to fit on there, so I go ahead and glue the ears together. Again, that'll be changed in just a few minutes because that just did not work out for me. Now we're going to take some cotton pods. I hope I'm getting to this part. We're going to take some cotton pods from the Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is on one of the cotton pods, we are just, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. We're going to first pop off his little nose. Then we're going to take some white craft paint and just paint all the, where his little mouth and all of that is. I'm just going to paint that up. It's going to look very messy, but don't worry about that. We are going to cover that up. You'll never even know it was like that. Next, we're going to take some cotton pods from the Dollar Tree. I'm only going to use one, and I'm going to pull off all of the cotton off of one of them and kind of fluff it out. We are going to go ahead and make Santa's beard out of our cotton pods. After that, we're just going to take that cotton and we're going to glue it right to the face. That's where I say you will not see that paint at all, so it's okay that it was a messy coat. You didn't even have to paint it if you didn't want to. Now we're just going to take a natural looking bead, glue it on for his nose. Then I do go ahead and glue just a little bit more cotton there because it was not a big enough beard for me for Santa Claus. This is where I just go ahead and cut those ears completely off, glue his hat to his head, and that is it. Again, y'all, super, super simple, but I think it turned out really cute, and I'm amazed I figured anything out at all for this piece. Okay, y'all, we're moving right along. DIY number 3. So for the first 2, I've only used 2 items for one project. And this one we're going to, or 1 item on each project. This one we're going to use 2 items. Now I'm taking a little razor blade that I have, and I'm putting just some spray cleaner on this sign so that I can get that dream off. But you can see here what I'm going to do is, well, I guess I didn't show you. Yeah, I just sprayed some cleaner on there, use my razor blade, and scrape that word right off of there. After we get that all finished, this is what it looks like. I'm going to tape up the inside and the outside of the glass because I'm going to paint the frame, but I don't want to get any paint on my glass. So we do the inside and the outside. Now, I will warn y'all, this is a slicker material, so I had to use like 4 coats of red craft paint on this. If you know a better way, let me know. I was going to try Mod Podge on this and didn't. I do in a project later on, but this paint just did not want to stick. But I finally got it to stick and got 4 good coats on the fronts, the backs, the sides, everywhere. Everywhere except the glass got 4 good coats of red paint. Now we're just going to peel off our tape. Then I'm going to take this cute little decal, I love this, that I made on my Cricut. Just says Merry Christmas and has a bunch of different designs of Christmas trees. We're going to put that right in the middle of our glass and put that down. I love this. I think it turned out so stinking cute. I love that little design there. Now, we're going to go ahead and use the Happy Easter ribbon. I had no clue what to do with this. I was going to paint it, and I decided instead I'm going to take some Dollar Tree fabric. I cut me off the size of the ribbon that I want. Then I cut off a strip of this Dollar Tree fabric here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue that Dollar Tree fabric right to the front of the ribbon that says Happy Easter. Now, when I make my little bow out of this, you can kind of see because I only did one side of this, you can see the blue coming through. Sorry if y'all hear my husband and my mother in the background. They're trying to fix a filter on her shower head. So anyway, we go ahead and make a super simple little bow out of this and just cut it off the size that we want, and we stick it up in one of the corners of this little sign. Again, this ribbon had me stumped. I didn't realize it was going to be as hard to figure something out. And maybe I should have been more creative, but to me, this is pretty creative. I made one ribbon into another ribbon, but you know, to each his own. So anyway, I love how this looks. I think it's super, super simple look, but it's absolutely adorable. And I even like my little bow up there. What do y'all think? Okay, DIY number 4. Now, we're going to start off by using my little saw here. I will leave a link to this in the description box below. I got mine at Harbor Freight, but you can also get them on Amazon. So I'm taking the little bunny head, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the ears only. On this saw, this bunny head is very, very thick, so it took me a little while to cut it off. You just gotta have to cut a little bit, pull it out a little bit, go back in and cut a little bit more, just because the wood is so thick. Once we get both of those ears cut off, we're going to take the Easter egg that was on a stake. We're going to take the stake off. Now I'm going to Mod Podge this decoupage this gorgeous tissue paper that she also sent. Something was wrapped up in it in my box, and I absolutely loved it. So we're getting a bonus item in here. And I do not do decoupage very well, but Kathy Jo gave me a little hint. Use less Mod Podge because I usually use so much. Now this is still going to wrinkle because it was wrinkled in my box. So I got it as smooth as I could, but I still think it turns out super cute. Then we're just going to Mod Podge the front, and we're going to go ahead and cut off any excess. Next, we are going to, we're going to take our little bunny ears, and we're going to make little Christmas trees out of these. And the only way I'm going to do this is I'm going to wrap and glue some Dollar Tree garland all up the tree. I just put glue at the bottom and the top. Now, I do this exact same thing to both, but I only show you one. After I secure that at the top, then what I'm going to do is kind of wrap it on itself, the garland on itself a little more, just a little ways more, just so it can kind of come to a little bit of a point to look like a Christmas tree. Again, doing the same thing with the other one. After that, we're just going to cut it down to whatever size you want it, however bushy you want it or whatever. This is very messy, y'all. Next, we're going to take a red truck from the Dollar Tree that's in the Crafter Square section, and we are just going to paint that red. Of course, we paint our wheels, our tires black and white, and also the little fencing around the truck bed, we also paint that black. Now we're going to take 2 tumbling tire blocks, glue those on the back of our truck. We're going to glue this to our Easter egg, which I'm just basically using this Easter egg as like a plaque. We're going to glue that to that, but I wanted it to stick up a little bit and not just be flat against the Easter egg. gonna get our truck glued on there. Now we're gonna take our little faux Christmas trees. We're gonna glue those right there, like to look like they're sitting in the back of the truck. Y'all, I think this turned out so cute, and I don't think you'd ever know that those Christmas trees are Easter bunny ears. What do y'all think? After we get them all glued in there, I do go ahead and use some buttons just to give a little bit of decoration to the Christmas trees. Then I make a super simple little shoestring bow out of some red Christmas tubing, and I glue that right to the truck where the hole is, and that's it. I think it turned out adorable. I'm not so proud of myself over the Easter egg because I really didn't do much to that, but that Easter bunny using the ears for the trees, I think that turned out great. DIY number 5, y'all. So this is another super simple one. They all are. I'm just taking a 14-inch round that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now, Dollar Tree does sell the blank rounds now in some places, and you can use any size, but this is a size that I had, so I went ahead and just used this size. So I'm going to go ahead and paint 2 good coats of Nimbus chalk paint on the front, the back, and all the way around the edges. Once that gets dry, we're going to take our window cling, and I'm taking the church off, and then I'm going to use the words that say peace and joy. I'm trying to figure out right here just how I want to arrange them. I do have to scoot my church over where I have to cut just a little bit off the lower left hand corner, but that was not a big deal at all. It still turns out super cute. When I figure out where I want them, I just turn these window clings over, go ahead and apply a layer of Mod Podge, and then we just stick them right onto our wood rail. I liked the contrast. I didn't want this just to be black and white, and I know that it kind of looks white because of the chalk paint color, but I think this turned out so cute, and I love the background. It's kind of like a silver to me, and that's what it looks like. But then what we do is we just go ahead and do the same exact thing for the peace and the joy. Mod Podge and stick it down. Now on the one that says and joy, we do have to go over a little bit, and the and sign actually ends up on our roof, but I was totally okay with that. That did not bother me or faze me in the least bit. You can see right there, it kind of ends up on the roof of the church, but again, that's not a big deal. Once we get all of our pieces glued down, then we're going to take some more Mod Podge, and we are going to Mod Podge over this entire piece. The letters in the church have a little bit of glitter on them, and also I'm using dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That way this is going to be waterproof. So if you put it on your door, the water's not going to hurt it. After we get that layer of Mod Podge, now we are going to make a little bow, I think. Yes. Oh, I'm cutting off the excess right there. There was just a little bit at the tip, and then the excess of the church. Now we're going to make a super simple bow with my bow dabber. I just cut the length that I want my tails to be. Make sure I get it right in the center, center it up so that the tails are the same length on each side. Stick it right down in my bow dabber. Then I take my ribbon, I put in about a piece that's about 1 inch long. And now I'm just going to start making loops. And I make 5 loops on each side, each loop being the same size. Now, I've made bows with my bow dabber before, but they've never turned out this well. I don't know what happened here. I think it was the way, I don't know how to arrange a bow or fluff a bow, but I watched a video on YouTube, and if I can find it, I'm going to definitely link it in the description box below, because it gave me a whole new perspective on fluffing a bow, and it makes it look so much better. So I'm just using black and red buffalo check ribbon is what I used for my bow. We are just going to get all that fluffed up. I love this bow, y'all. You let me know what you think, because y'all know I cannot make a bow usually to save my life, but I think this is beautiful. Now we're going to take some more of that garland, and we're going to cut off a piece, and then we're going to cut that piece in half. Going to fold each piece together, and we are just going to make like a little swag on the side of our wood round. Here I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want everything to go, how I want it all to look, and my tails were a little too long, so I did cut those down. After we figure out exactly where we want them, I've tried a couple different places, but this is the place that I think it looked the best. You could see, yeah. So now I'm just going to glue down that garland, and then we are just going to glue our bow right in the center after we get all of the garland glued down. We're going to glue our bow right into the center of those 2 garland pieces. I used a little more of that ribbon to make a hanger on the back. And look how stinking cute this is. I absolutely love it. And now DIY number 6, and this is probably my favorite DIY. So I'm taking the metal piece that Kathy Jo sent me, and this is maybe a cheat, y'all, but this is all I could figure out for this to do the DIY that I wanted to do. So I'm going to take some black and white buffalo check from the Dollar Tree, and we are just going to cut that down to the size we need, and we are going to go ahead and cover up this galvanized piece. What I like about the Dollar Tree vinyl is, for things like this, it does stick well, but you can also move it if you need to. Like right here, I'm trying to get all the bubbles out. Even with my brayer, I couldn't get them out. So I just lifted it up, pulled it back a little, and laid it back down again, if that makes any sense. And that makes it so much easier because it sticks well, but you can also go ahead and move it around if you need to. Sorry, I don't know who I'm on the phone with here. It may be Kathy Jo. But anyway, after we get that finished, we're just going to cut around the edges until we get all of that excess off. Now, we're going to take a Dollar Tree chicken, one of the galvanized ones, some of that same Garland, and we're going to start layering our little chicken with some Garland. This is going to seem a little weird, but I promise you it turns out amazing. I just do it at all different angles. I just put my Garland on there and I glue it down and cut off any excess. I'm going to let you watch just for a few minutes so you can see how I do this. Now here we are towards the end. We're just gonna, you can see I just laid that Garland just every which way, and it's very messy and it doesn't even look like a chicken right now. But don't worry, we are going to fix that. So after I get all that Garland glued on, first we're gonna go around the edge and cut. I use my scissors in case there's just a little bit of wire. I use my wire cutters or my little snips there. And we're just gonna go around and go all the way around the outline of the chicken. That helps a little bit, but it's not quite enough to make it look like a chicken. So now what we're going to do is we are going to give it a haircut. And y'all, I cut this way down, but it looks so much better. Now, you don't have to cut it down as much as I did. If you want to leave some of that Garland, you know, the greenery on there, that's not a big deal. This does make a huge, huge mess. My craft room is covered in Garland right now, but I'm okay with that. See? Now it looks like a chicken. Now I'm going to take some different pieces off of a pick from, I think, Walmart, and I'm going to glue it down for like its side feathers. And then I'm going to glue a couple more pieces of Garland on there just to look like another feather. Then we're going to glue some more of that same Garland, or not Garland, that same greenery off of a pick up at the tail to look like its tail feathers. And again, the same thing, gluing a couple more pieces of the regular Garland on there. Now we're just going to go through and again, just trim it out. Now I'm just going to take some red vinyl, and right there at its neck, I put the red vinyl. I also put some red vinyl on its nose and just cut it down to the size that I need. Then I go ahead and we'll get to this in just a minute, I guess. Oh, I'm just getting my nose ready to put its little red piece on there right there. And then after that, I go ahead and take a piece of the red vinyl. I make like a little half moon shape, and I'm going to glue that to the back of the head. And I think this is what's called the chicken's cone. I don't know. Anyway, I glue that to the back of my chicken. I cut some little slits in it just to look like feathers. I'm going to glue my chicken right onto my buffalo plaid piece. And then I decided I wanted just a little bit more of a Christmas look. So I take some ribbon and fold it over. And I make a little scarf for my chicken. No words, no anything. Just super simple looking. But I absolutely love how it turns out. I think he looks like a chicken. Y'all let me know. Be honest in the comments. What do you think of this one? Okay, y'all, we made it to our final DIY. This is a longer video today. I apologize, but I hope you like it. So I'm taking that little Happy Easter plate, and y'all, I thought this was going to be the easiest piece in this whole box, and it was not. It was the hardest, just because I could not get any paint to stick to this. Finally, after about 5 coats of red craft paint, I got it to stick enough that I could work with it, but this was awful to get the paint stuck to. Here you are, you can see the back there. It just didn't want to stick. Then I take 2 of those little leprechaun pots and I paint 3 good coats of Waverly white chalk paint on there. We're just going to make like a little Christmas stand here. And what we're going to do after we get everything painted and everything's ready to go and dry, we're going to glue both of our pots onto the bottom here. Y'all may not even consider this a DIY, but this is all I could come up with. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take some Garland and wrap it and glue it around the edge of the plate, because you can see a lot of the places that paint would not stick. Then I'm just going to trim it down to the size that I want. And what I go ahead and do is I had some more of that red truck tissue. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a bow to stick on the front. I had more of that red truck tissue paper, and I just put that inside there. And again, I'm just using this like a little stand or a little riser. You could put whatever you want in it. You'll see in the final reveal, I think I put a Christmas tree, but I still think it turned out super cute. It was super, super easy, but oh, that was the hardest piece of the whole box. Again, I want to say a special thank you to all 11 of these amazing crafters for joining me and Kathy Jo in this challenge. It has been so much fun. If y'all could have been in the chat group, oh my goodness, some of the things we discussed, it's crazy, but we've had a blast. So here we are at our final reveal. You know, these projects may be too simple for some, and they may say that I didn't transform them the way that I should have, but I love how they all turned out, and I loved being able to see the things that Kathy Jo sent me and try to rack my brain to figure out what to do with them. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the amazing ladies in the description box below. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?